Welcome to Evening of Empowerment, the podcast for out-of-school time professionals, educators, and leaders who are passionate about growth, impact, and innovation in education. I'm your host, Richmond Brown, and the founder of Enriched by Richmond, where we're dedicated to inspiring leaders, elevating program quality, and creating enriching experiences for students and staff. Today's episode is titled Mission Alignment, the vital connection between after-school programs and the school day, and also how we can inspire our teams to fully embrace the mission. To kick things off, let me share a quick story. Many years ago, I would visit programs, and you could tell a thriving program when you saw students really working not just together, but them talking about their teachers to the counselors, and counselors listening, as well as teachers connecting and working with the after-school staff. When staff would pick up students, the after-school staff would greet teachers and say, hey, asking about the day and asking about the students. And when students see staff working hand in hand and understand that, all staff are there for them, it really shows that true alignment as well as the belief in the mission of serving students. That alignment truly does create something magical. So in today's episode, we'll be talking about how to bridge those gaps, align our work with the school day, and empowering our staff to bring their best each and every day. Let's dive in. Let's start exploring why aligning after-school programs with the school days matter. Think about this. Students spend most of their day at school, learning and growing and being shaped by those experiences. If our after-school programs enforce those lessons, we're providing consistency, and consistency builds trust, confidence, and success. Alignment doesn't mean replicating the school day, it means complementing it. For example, if the school day focused on a kindness initiative, we in the after-school space can mirror that by integrating kindness challenges into our after-school activities. Or if math is a priority for a school, we might offer hands-on STEM projects that makes learning fun and engaging, or even host family events, a family math night, for example, to bring communities and the learning together. But the question is, how do we make this alignment happen? Here are a few rich tips. First, build relationships with the school day staff. Set up regular scheduled meetings, pop into weekly faculty meetings to do check-ins, and really understand those schools' goals, the themes, and their focus areas. Open communication is key. So again, popping into a teacher's classroom to say, hey, how's it going? How's the student? Same with your principals. Hey, how's it going? Is there anything I can do to support? If I have some downtime, what is there I can do, to help within the front office to, again, make yourself visible within the space to show alignment and show that true partnership with, the school day. Second would be to tailor activities. Use what you learn to design your after-school activities to reinforce school day learning. For example, book clubs might be something you can explore that has the same theme that was in the classroom novel. One thing I used to do was go sit in teachers' classrooms to see how they would, first off, distribute the lesson to the students, but also how could I teach my team to be able to, support a student with homework because of how I saw the teacher break down the lesson. And third would be celebrate collaborations. When alignment works, shout it out, recognize the teamwork and its impact on the students. For example, I had teachers that worked in my after-school program, and I would shout them out in my newsletter the same way I would shout out my after-school staff, so that, again, not only did the staff see the alignment, but the family saw the alignment as well. I've seen these strategies truly transform programs. When building those relationships, building those connections with the school day staff and your administration, it really can help with supporting student behavior. It can really support in you as an after-school professional, supporting the academic gains and the school's goals, as well as, again, showing the visibility of the importance of the work that takes place in the afternoon. So again, alignment works. It takes us as after-school professionals and school day educators working together to make that alignment happen. Now, let's take some time to talk about creating staff buy-in. Your team, from the site coordinator to counselor, program leader, club leader, whoever that individual is that works with the student in the afternoon, is the backbone of the program. Without their belief in the mission, alignment cannot be successful. I'll say that again. Without their belief in the mission, alignment cannot be successful. So, how do you get them on board? First, let's acknowledge something. Our staff work very, very hard. They're juggling so much, and it's easy for them to lose sight of the bigger picture. We have staff that work multiple jobs, where they're in school, they are taking care of X, Y, and Z, and sometimes as a professional, so many things are taking place, and you really have to take a moment to stop and recenter yourself. So, as leaders, that's when we come in to remind our team of their incredible value and their critical role that they play each and every day. That when it comes down to the consistency that after-school programs provide students by them seeing that same adult every afternoon, it is so critical to the impact of the work that we do. So leaders, I have some Enriched tips directly for you. These strategies will help you build buy-in with your team. First will be empathy and recognition. Take the time to listen to your team's concern. Celebrate their wins, big or small. Recognition fuels motivation for our teams, so be sure to highlight them, recognize them, give them that sticky note, give them that thank you card. And don't just celebrate their work wins, celebrate all of their personal life wins. Our employees work so hard and they're dedicated to what they do each and every day, but also they have passions outside of the work that they do. And ask yourself, as a human-centered leader, how can I highlight and champion them beyond the work so that they feel fueled to keep on doing what they do? Second would be transparency. Share the why behind your program's goals. For example, explain how alignment supports student success so that they understand it doesn't only just benefit the student in the afternoon, it supports them in the school day and makes our work more impactful. When students are acclimated to attention getters, for example, during the school day, if you can hear my voice, clap one time. There's no need to make up a new attention getter when, again, you can make that alignment from the school day to the afternoon and it supports what they already know. Yes, we want to always remind our students in after school and expanded learning education, there is that flexibility and that innovation, yes, but we still need to ensure that we are following a foundation, and those foundations are usually what the students do throughout the school day and us being able to come in and elevate and enhance their afternoons. My third tip would be involve them. Let your team take ownership. Ask yourself, what would my team do if I was not there? So ask them for that input. Ask them, how can we align our activities to improve, our afternoons? And when staff feel heard, they feel valued, they get invested, and they're more likely to be engaged. So when, for example, you create your schedules, I remember as an SC, I would always create schedules. I would shake it up to make it exciting. But it got to the point that I was asking my team in a group meeting, what is it that they want to take place? I don't want to keep giving activities, and it may not align with what their strengths are. So I got creative and created a schedule template. And with that template, it had the times, and it had the mandatory things that needed to take place, such as homework and being outside, as well as our snack and our community activities. But they also had a open space for them to plug in what is the activity that they're going to do, what is the theme that they want to go for this week. And so that, again, they had ownership of what their day looked like, as well as getting input from the students to hear what they want their days to look like as, the participants in the after school. So again, surveying their students to be able to create a schedule that aligns to the needs so that students can be successful in the afternoon. And lastly, always offer professional growth. offer the opportunities for learning and development that can tie into the mission, and then provide them those trainings on communications and SEL strategies. Those opportunities can be game changers when staff can take that back and do activities with students to teach them more about themselves to develop them. As leaders, one of the most powerful things you can do is remind your staff of their why. Why did they join the work? And sometimes you have to dig a little bit deeper past just the why and ask, what is the legacy you want to leave for your students? What does that impact look like? And when people reconnect with their purpose, their passion shines through. And there's nothing like working with people who are passionate about the same things you are passionate about. So keep that in mind. So let's reflect together and take a moment to ask ourselves, how does our program currently align with the school day? What's one step we can take to improve that alignment? And how are we fostering buy-in with our team? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them with me on social media or email me at hello@enrichedbyrichmond.com, and let's keep this conversation going. As we wrap up this episode, I want to provide you with a few key takeaways. First, aligning after-school programs with the school day creates consistency that can help students thrive. Building staff buy-in starts with empathy, transparency, and giving your team a voice. And when we align our mission and inspire our teams, the outcomes of students are extraordinary. So remember, your work is incredibly valuable. You're not just running a program, you're shaping the future of students. Thank you for being a big part of the work that we do each and every afternoon. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, share the episode with your team, and together we can create greater impact. Until next time, stay empowered and keep enriching lives.